Welcome to Wine of the Day. Today we're going to go over a wine from Tuscany. It's a Super-Tuscan, as they call it. And we also have a wine tip for you to go along with this wine. And that wine tip is how you open a bottle. It's kind of frustrating when you see somebody just put a corkscrew right into the top of the bottle without taking the foil off and just pulling it up so it just looks like it's a ripped up mess, like a volcanic explosion. And then you're pouring over that foil, which is tainting the wine a little bit, but you're also not treating a bottle special. I don't care if you have a $10 bottle of wine, if you have something that's a little pricier, treat it with a little bit of care because you're doing this for enjoyment. So what you want to do is cut the foil right around that first ridge. So you have a nice clean cut. You have a nice clean foil that's cut out from the bottle. And then you use your magic with the corkscrew itself. So this Brancaia that we have, the vineyard was purchased and maintained in 1981. Swiss couple, the Widmers, came down to Tuscany from Switzerland and purchased the vineyard. And in year two, in 1983, they won a wine competition for their Chianti Classico. So they were right on top of the world instantly. And what they specialize in is their Super-Tuscans. These are wines where you're taking the Cabernet grape, you're taking Merlot often, Sangiovese from Tuscany, blending those together much like a Bordeaux-style blend and creating a bigger wine than, let's say, a Chianti or a Chianti Classico, which Brancaia does also produce. But here you have their lower level Super-Tuscan. This is a blend of Sangiovese, about 80% Sangiovese, and then they also have 20% mixture of Cabernet and Merlot in the blend. This is their tray, their yellow label. They also have one called Blue, B-L-U, and that is their higher end, and then they have a black label as well, and that is their mid-tier. Those have more of the Bordeaux grapes in those, Petit Verdot. There's a little bit of Cabernet Franc in the blue. But this is more of a true Tuscan-style wine with mostly Sangiovese. Whoa! Careful when you swirl. Great nose. Smells like a Tuscan wine. That kind of leatheriness of Sangiovese comes through. Really nice dry finish. That Cab and Merlot in the mix kind of just blends it all together, makes it a little bit rounder at the end. Super-Tuscans, though, too, really quickly. It's a name that the press gave these wines when winemakers started adding Cabernet and Merlot to these wines. Barbara Widmer, the daughter of the Widmer couple, is now their winemaker, working with Carlo Farini, who's a well-known consultant in the wine business, and he tends to go with bigger, fuller wines. So he consults with this vineyard and also with at least a dozen other in the Tuscan area and to the north. But Brancaia, great little wine. You can pick this wine up at Tenuta's in Kenosha for $14.99 or $15 a bottle. A great value for a Super-Tuscan. The blue and the black labels jump up into the $30s and $50 a bottle. So this is just a great value, and it's more than a Chianti. You just have a little bit more going on. Love the Super-Tuscans. And thank you for joining me. You can check out Eat This on iKenosha.com and check me out every day, 5 days a week. We're doing a Wine of the Day. Cheers.